Hey everybody, this episode is being sponsored by BadderSports. Once we hit 500 subscribers, BadderSports is donating $5,000 to Toys for Tots. Please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to visit the foundation of Toys for Tots and feel free to donate yourselves. We look forward to another great year for Toys for Tots and another great year for BadderSports. Thanks so much for being a fan, and we love being a part of great organizations.
Hello folks, welcome to SwingBadder Head to Head, where we look at two contracts where the players were overpaid for performance. Today we're going to look at two players who played at a similar time, Jayson Heyward and Troy Tulowitzki. Who's going to present the first case to me?
I don't think we need to go first or second. We can just say Jayson Heyward is the worst. Close out the episode. Thanks everyone for watching. Jayson Heyward is just the worst.
Hold on a second. Troy Tulowitzki cost Toronto $98 million. Do you have $98 million to blow? I don't even care if it's Canadian dollars. It's still $98 million. And this isn't even anything against Troy Tulowitzki. This is just a contract that just went kaploopy. Kaploopy. It's my new term.
As somebody who invests in startups, only the cheapest ones, of course, these are like two startup companies. Both of them got large investments. Neither of these companies did poorly. They both ended up okay. They paid their stock payers very well. Jayson Heyward did very well for himself, and Troy Tulowitzki did very well for himself. Jayson Heyward is by far the worst contract because he showed up to the Chicago Cubs, got paid a ridiculous sum of money, and never once hit above 270. He never once did anything other than give him a gold glove for 2 seasons, and then they said bye-bye, and away he went, and now he is playing for the Dodgers. So Jayson Heyward had unforgettable time with the Chicago Cubs, other than the remembrance of the World Series, which I know is not...
They are the case.
They are the clubs.
You're missing. Listen, I know you're going to get into this, but you're missing something. Do you know what you got for $184 million? It wasn't a videotape that if you watch it, you die. It was the ring. You got the ring. You got a World Series ring. Not a Super Bowl ring. Not a NHL Stanley Cup. Do they get rings? Anyway, you got a ring, man. That's it. Troy Tulowitzki. You know where he got a ring? He got a ring around his legs because he was injured. It was brutal. It's brutal. Imagine your contract is so bad you get traded for Jose Reyes after he gets dumped by the Marlins. Can you imagine a team is out there and they're scraping the bottom of the barrel? I'm saying this as a Mets fan. And we signed Jose Reyes after the whole Colorado thing was over. How in God's name are you sitting there saying, oh, Jayson Heyward was a worse contract? You got a World Series out of it. You dumped it off on L.A. You paid the guy to walk away. Troy Tulowitzki, you got no World Series. He basically walked. He rolled out of Colorado in a wheelchair. Went into Toronto, cost them $98 million. And what did you get in return? You got Jose Reyes with a backpack of issues. I mean, I'm not talking like I'm talking about like a Mount Everest from base camp bag of issues coming up. That's what you got.
Troy did get traded for an emotional problem. That is correct. There was therapy involved for the Rockies.
Correct.
Jayson Heyward wasn't traded because no one would take a trade with him. They had to buy him out. He did get a ring. The only good news about the ring that he got is he won't have to pawn it off to keep feeding his family because he made so much darn money. And the best part about it is he's going to get paid till 2028. Jayson Heyward by far did not perform for the contract that they signed him up for. Yes, they won a World Series, not because of Jayson, but in spite of Jayson. Jayson batted terribly all throughout the playoffs, hitting his monstrous total in the World Series of a massive 150 average.
But he made up for it. He went into that weight room, and it was raining, and it was biblical, and he held up his hands to the sky, and he said, in 108 years, the Cubs have not won, and I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it with this speech, and we're going to go out there, and we're going to forget the last 108 years of curses. We're going to forget the fact that I can't hit. We're going to think that the fact that I don't even feel that well anymore. And then they went and won. They won. That's the key. You know what $184 million bought you? It bought you winning. Winning. Colorado still hasn't recovered. You know what they have in Colorado on the field, on the shortstop and third base side of the field? They have a memorial. Troy Tulowitzki was good here. And then next to it, they have Nolan Arenado was good here at the same time. And then in the middle of those two, they have a plaque that says, we could have been awesome, but we didn't close the deals. Colorado's fault. Colorado ate bad contracts here.
I don't disagree with that. I just think Jayson performed terribly. Troy got hurt. It happens to the worst of us at the worst times.
This was an excellent argument because clearly, if we just look at the statistics, Jayson Heyward has got the worst contract, $184 million for nothing. He really didn't perform. And Blue Jays got stuck with $98 million for nothing, okay? So
it wasn't even statistics.
So, no, but
go to Baseball Reference and look for Troy Tulowitzki, 2018. There's nothing there. There's nothing there.
But it does appear that the worst deal is Jayson Heyward. Todd's argument is excellent in that the Cubs got a ring. They didn't pay $180 million for nothing. And given that the Cubs haven't won a World Series in 120 years but once, okay, that is well worth $180 million to the people of Chicago. So here's the play. If it's just dollars and cents for performance, the worst contract's Jayson Heyward. However, if you ask the people in Chicago, they would gladly give $180 million for a World Series ring. So I have to make a decision between cold hard facts and the World Series ring. And in this case, I am giving the worst contract to Troy Tulowitzki because the Cubs did get a ring. And that's the way I rule it today. There will be no appeals on this decision.
And for those that agree,
I'm the best.
Or disagree,
I'm the best.
For those that agree or disagree, obviously I'll be disagreeing. Please leave a comment. If you're a Cub fan who believes Jayson Heyward was worth all that money because of the ring, give Dad a like, subscribe to our channel, check out SwingBadder for more episodes. That's the head-to-head, and we're SwingBadder. Thanks so much for joining. Thank you, Todd. Wonderful argument. Thank you, Dad, the judge, the jury, the executioner, if you will.
Yep.